welcome to Conversations with PTT. I'm Yemisi Imasi, standing in for Pastor Titi Edu. And to join me to look at this program today, I have two gentlemen who are quite qualified to look at the subject at hand today. On my immediate left, on my immediate right, rather, I have Comrade Abdulrazak Seidu. Comrade, good evening, you're welcome.
Good evening, good evening. Thank you very much.
All right, and on my far right, I have Mr. Olumide Onwayo, an aviation analyst. Olumide, you're welcome.
Nice. Nice to have you. Basically, there's this spotlight thing she has given to herself. She moved away from the Ministry of Aviation, moved to a separate floor, created the floor for herself, decorated it. You won't even know that is the minister's office. You know, the old ministry where we ministers used to stay, I think it's the permanent secretary that has moved into that office. That's one part. And again, I think for me, what I really point out is our reaction to the slot issue on getting to in England, you know, when they were not able to give slot to Eric. The response of the government, that I give kudos. Again, yes, it's good to have the airports being remodeled. Yes, I like the remodeled airport, but probably I'm not on the same page with her with the present method adopted.
All right, Comrade, what's your take on this remodeling issue?
As far as the civil society in the aviation industry is concerned, we have to compare this current Honorable Minister and the previous ones. Compare the fund of the previous to this one. And that is where we want to draw the balance. I saw that even though there is money, where they got those money, those who are to question it, they are there to question it.
And who are those that are supposed to
question? Where they got the money? Okay. The people who are to question that, where you get the money, maybe National Assembly, Presidency. So I think they
are you saying their oversight functions are not being done?
Well, I don't know. Well, those are the people that I don't know whether they have been done. When the course of our talking, you will know whether they do their oversight function or not. But what I want to say is this. In the past, what my colleague has said was that we had infrastructure decay, equipment decay. About 19.5 billion was released to some ministers. Today, what is happening? Okay, if there's a minister and another one, there must be handover. There must be handover. There must be handover. And the leadership is with style. Everybody has his own style of leadership.
Yes.
Chief Kimashikwe came, she has her own.
Yes.
The other immediate past women before this princess came, they have their own.
But is this the sector better for it with all these styles brought to play?
Let me tell you. You see, by the time we said they should professionalize the industry, from the ministry, let the professional administrators be there. The parastatals, let the professional administrators head those, let them be manager of those parastatals. They came with political decision to laud the professional advice. So, and that is what we are seeing.
All right, there's a plan in the works to acquire up to 30 aircraft to float this national carrier. Do you think it's the way to go?
My sister, there's a plan to acquire 30 aircraft, not for the national carrier.
For privately
owned airlines in Nigeria.
And we don't agree.
Now, the issue of a new national carrier is dead on arrival. I was criticized by the comrades. I was criticized by Labour because right from the beginning, I've always opposed the issue of a new national carrier. I understand the emotions of the unions and other people that fight, that push for the national carrier, but I know it was not going to be a good project. So when I wrote about 3-4 years ago that no to national carrier, and since the new minister started, I said no to it, and she said they were going ahead. I am not surprised now. They're not even talking about it again. They're not talking about buying aircrafts for private carrier. But let me go straight.
Using public funds.
Using public funds. But I'll get to that. I want to start with the national carrier issue. You see, Comey just mentioned something about getting technical partners. We've done it in the past. With Nigerians, they use KLM. They used to be at some time, Nigerian always fell. Now, when Mr. Obasanjo, in his first term, he tried the same thing. He brought Virgin Atlantic to come out from Virgin Nigeria.
Yes.
Virgin Atlantic was supposed to be taken part of Virgin. Virgin Nigeria was supposed to be the new national carrier of Nigeria.
And that didn't work.
Going through private hands. Just all they did was just government cover, give the cover, but they brought it and brought private hands to come and invest in it. It still didn't work. And I say, what do you need a national carrier for? You need funds and protection for that carrier to survive.
Yes.
Now, if you have that funds, you can actually use those funds now to support the airlines on ground, to expand them and give them more power. When you support them and give them more power, you can now ask them to go to the market and sell their shares to other Nigerians, rather than take that risk of using that money to go and start a national carrier all over again. Again, when you take protection, the protection you want to give the national carrier, when you give that protection, you will practically kill all the other domestic carriers on the international, because you need to protect that new carrier. And for you to protect the new carrier, you have to
space.
Give it space to operate to some leverages. And for you to do that, you have to shackle ARIC. You have to shackle Aero. Would that not be cutting your nose to spite your face?
I've been speaking with Mr. Olumide Owayo and, of course, Comrade Abdurazak Seidu. We've x-rayed the industry in a short while, although there's so much to talk about. But, of course, for today, this is where we have to draw the curtain. And I know you learned one or two things on this show today. This has been Conversations with PTT, and I'm Yemisi Masi, your host. Stay with us next time. Bye.